98, 99,
Oh.
100.
What the heck?
Oh, man. Whew.
What?
Oh.
What just happened?
Did you already start the podcast?
Well, yeah, because I was ready, and apparently you decided to.
Hey, man.
What the fuck?
Well, hold on. Let's start the show, probably.
Catch your breath.
No, man, I'm not going to catch my breath for a while, but... Whew! Man, I am. Welcome to the Positive Sports Podcast. I am your push-up machine host, Ed Montana. Alongside me today, I can't even point to him because this cup of coffee weighs a ton right now.
It's Brooklyn Gaucho.
That's right. Who are you again?
I'm Brooklyn Gaucho.
Woo!
Are you okay?
Yeah, dude. So, I've been getting more and more in shape. I've been running a little bit more. I'm starting to get a little more serious, right? I've been doing some core work. Okay. And the only way for me to do core work is to find like one of these 30-day ab challenges.
Okay.
And I just do it over and over again. So I started that. And then I had a friend trying to do, I mentioned that I was doing this 30-day ab challenge.
Right.
Challenged me to friggin' push-up challenge. Now, I don't even know what the push-up challenge entails, but I'm just going to do 100 a day.
Push-ups.
That's just the way I roll, like kind of like when I go to a titty joint.
Right.
It's just hundies, right? I don't make it rain, I make it blizzard.
Damn.
That's just the way I roll.
I throw coins.
Oh, you make it hail.
Oh, yeah. I mean, golf balls. Quarter-size hails.
So, yeah. So, I got challenged to a push-up challenge. I got asked to do a push-up. Something like that.
Something, yeah.
So, the moral of the story is, I got to do some push-ups. So, I just cranked out a few push-ups. I didn't realize you had already started the show.
Well, I was ready. I told you we were ready. It's time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I thought you saw me doing the push-ups.
Well,
I thought you would wait.
Well, I let you do a whole bunch and.
Yeah, well, hundy.
Well, you really need to get in shape because I mean you're out of breath.
Well,
I don't
it's
care.
100 push-ups.
I don't care.
Do you breathe when you do push-ups? What?
Yes,
I don't.
Well, that's why you're out of breath.
Yeah, well, I don't.
Well, you may want to start breathing.
You're supposed to breathe?
I think I think you went into this challenge not knowing how to do push-ups. Is my guess.
No, this is the way I do all of my weight training.
Do you breathe during the 26.2 miles you run?
Well, yeah, because you're running. That's different. This is why I don't do weights, right? Because inevitably, when I'm doing weights, I get to that point where I just don't want to breathe. I just want to do what I'm supposed to do. And I feel like my ears are going to pop right off my head.
So you're the guy that's at the gym turning red.
Oh, yeah.
And just like...
With no plates on the barbell.
Just the bar.
Just the bar.
Wow.
But there I am.
We got to go to the gym.
Purple as fuck.
We got to go to the gym together. I think that would be fun.
You know what we should do? We should, for a month, do the other person's activity, right? Like, so I go to the gym with you for a month.
Okay.
And you teach me how to do everything and train me, and I will do the workouts and all that stuff. And then for a month, you run with me.
Oh man! As long as you keep it under like 1 mile.
Well, no, we won't. I'm not gonna take you on an 18-miler, but
no, I know.
But I'll work you up to 3 or 5 over the course of a month.
Is that 0.3 and 0.5?
No, that's 3 dozen or 5 dozen miles.
Hell no!
How you been, man? I feel like I haven't seen you forever. And
It's only been a week. You know what it is? It's this long freaking July 4th. I had a 4-day weekend. A lot of my buddies had 3 days. Some only had like...
a day and then work and 2 days.
Yeah. And so I like that they, my employer did a 4-day weekend. Because in the past...
you had to go back to work.
I had too much fun on July 4th, and then to go on a Friday back to work kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So it was interesting that you bring that up because I was actually going to ask this. Do you prefer? I mean, a 4-day weekend is nice. 3 days nice, 4 days real nice, but man, then Sundays at home in the evening, right? You're chilling, you're winding down, but then that Monday to like kickstart the week is tough for me.
See, that's why I prefer a 5-day weekend where you take the Monday off as well.
Yeah.
And then you go in on Tuesday and you feel like, well, this
Right.
week's already kind of a shot. That's what I'm doing this weekend.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm going up to Dallas, my son's baseball tournament.
Okay.
I'm leaving Thursday morning, so I'm obviously going to be off Thursday. I'll be up there. He's playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. We're coming back Monday night and going back to work on Tuesday.
Okay, so you're not in... That's like a mini vacation. It's a mini vacation.
Yeah, it is. It's a 5-day weekend.
You're in vacation mode at work. You're not getting nothing done at work.
This week?
This is like having the World Cup on when last year.
Yeah. This week, yeah, I'm doing not a goddamn thing. Pretty much, yeah.
That's probably what I would do too.
It's and it's not a. I guess every vacation is kind of like this, but the buzz around the house. We got to pack this.
Right,
we got to do that,
yeah.
and clean out your car and all this other stuff. And so yeah, I'm not.
Wait, are you guys going in your car?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of cleaning out to do.
I may have to take Wednesday off.
You okay? Have you started cleaning it out yet? Okay,
no, dude, we're not leaving until Thursday. I'm cleaning it out like Wednesday.
Well, I know, but you got a wife, and I know how that works, right? The wife always wants to get shit done early enough. I know you, like me, right? Like brother. We wait till the very last minute. But, when you got a wife, shit has to get done chop, okay? Okay, so this is what you do. Seriously.
We're not chopping here, bro.
You guys need to follow the podcast on YouTube, Podbean, Google Play, all that good stuff. Follow us on Twitter at PositiveSports6. His Twitter... eMontana21. Follow me, Brooklyn Gaucho 1 on Twitter. You need to take a picture of your vehicle before
and after.
Yes, before and after. Because I know what your vehicle looks like.
Yeah.
It's rough in there.
It's rough on the inside, the outside,
underneath.
So
you need to take a picture.
So for people wondering, and I'll do that after the show. I'll take a picture, put it out there. So for people wondering, these cars nowadays, they got all this plastic stuff on the bottom.
Right. And it's all plastic. Right? It's like guards, right? Like to protect the.
But they're plastic.
Whatever.
They don't freaking do anything. So I have one that it takes those plastic screws.
Yeah.
A couple of those plastic screws broke off, and it's a long one, so it hangs. So I zip tied it back up, and now it's kind of crunched, and now it's like a U, right? And then a few weeks ago, I was coming home from a birthday party late at night. I was not drunk. I hadn't drank in hours. And driving down this 2-lane road, right, at midnight, out in the country, because that's where these friends live. And I see out in the road, just to the left of the center line, so on the other side,
right,
I see what looks like a small-ish animal, bigger than a house cat, but smaller than a deer, right? Mm-hmm. Like it looks like a dog, maybe. I don't know. So as I'm getting closer, I slow down, but I don't hit my brakes. I just take my foot off the gas, right? Because I don't know what this stupid thing's gonna do, and I don't want to kill it. I'm not a killer. I'm not a road killer.
All right, PETA. What is it? PETA.
PETA's
not coming after you. You're good. You're safe.
I'll eat it, but I'm not gonna kill it. So I take my foot off the gas and I'm kind of coasting, and the thing all of a sudden comes into my lane, and so I kind of hit my brake. I'm slowing down a little bit. And on this country road, you're going 70, so now I'm probably down to 50, right? And then he starts going the other way. He starts going into the other lane.
How do you know it was a he?
It, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta be gender sensitive, right? Before he gets offended. Well, it's probably not gonna get offended, but you'll know why when I tell you the story. So, it starts going the other way. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm about to put my foot back on the gas. I'm getting pretty close to it. This dipshit runs the other way. All of a sudden stops and runs into my lane.
What the fuck is wrong with that thing?
Well, nothing now. Because
sad story. And
thunk. It's dead. Well, at least I think it's dead. It's got to be dead.
What was it?
I don't know. I didn't get a good look at him.
Okay.
Because I was...
You didn't stop to like give a CPR and...
Yeah. If anything,
Call 911.
If anything, I was going to stop to pick him out of my tires. But anyway, so he hit other plastic parts under my car that are now also dragging. So I've got like 3 pieces of plastic hanging underneath my car.
Oh, man. Zip Ties Company are going to get rich off of you.
Duct tape, bro. Duct tape.
Duct tape now? You switched over to duct tape?
No, I'm just going to rip it all out.
Might
I'm
as
not
well.
messing with this stuff. I mean, I don't even really see the purpose of it.
That'll be fun, ripping it out.
Well, it's not easy because you're going to kind of underneath the car. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah, you might as well take that shit off.
Yeah, it's coming off. So yeah, I'll take pictures so that everyone can see
how dirty Ed's car is.
What the disaster that is my vehicle.
Wow. Well, let's roll into the week of sports, I guess. Weekend of sports.
Has anything happened since we last talked? Since episode 81, has anything happened?
Nothing. Summer League has started.
Here's my question.
I hope I was
on a gambling website.
Okay.
Today, just out of curiosity, because there's no real sports on today, right? It's the
Right.
Monday before the All Star game. There's no NFL. There's no hockey. There's no NBA, regular season NBA.
Right.
There's no baseball except for the Home Run Derby.
Nothing really.
And I mean, there's really nothing on it. But I was curious if they had odds for the Home Run Derby. So I started poking around a gambling website.
Okay.
And I noticed that there are actually wagers for the NBA Summer League.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
No!
Yes.
Do
you know who the favorites are?
How far down the degenerate gambler totem pole do you have to be to bet on NBA Summer League?
It's fun. I've bet on NBA preseason before, but that's about as far.
Degenerate?
That's about as far as degenerate that I've gone.
I remember watching an A&E special on John Gotti, and they said John Gotti was a degenerate gambler. If there were 2 cockroaches racing across the wall, he would bet on which one would win. And to me, that's the kind of degenerate you have to be to bet on NBA Summer League.
I mean, there's nothing. I mean, wagering is wagering. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, why not? Look, why don't we start our own gambling website and just put out there, hey, Ed's gonna flip a coin tonight. Would you like to bet on it?
well, aren't all the wagers flipping a coin?
Look, if you're an NBA guru, you wouldn't bet on these NBA Summer League games.
I mean, I wouldn't bet on NBA Summer League. I like I said, I've placed one wager in my lifetime, NBA preseason. But I mean, if I'm feeling a little itchy on a Monday night, like tonight,
I personally think that
a minimum wager, nothing.
I personally think that if you click a button to bet on an NBA Summer League game, instead of like the bet confirmation coming up, it should be Gamblers Anonymous with the phone number.
Now, very funny that you bring this up because I promise you, I was this close to putting down $1 on the Pelicans against the Knicks on Friday night. And they were losing the game. And then after halftime, the Pelicans, you can kind of tell they were running away with a Summer League game. And then what happens? A freaking earthquake. So it would have been a no-action bet, I'm guessing. Right? It would have been no action.
Did they get the win?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
because it depends, right?
The game got actually postponed. Is what the official call was.
So they didn't get a win, because on some websites
they didn't get a loss either. That's what I'm saying. It's a no action.
It depends. Some sites, if it's an official game, regardless of whether they go the full 4 quarters or not, they pay out accordingly. Right. Some sites say they have to complete 45 of the 48 minutes or whatever, whatever number they choose. Okay. Right. So I guess it depends on.
I don't know. I didn't do any homework on that because I didn't do the I didn't place the wager. But
How much of a favorite were the Pelicans favored?
No, the Knicks were favored. The Knicks are favored, I believe, to win the freaking Summer League. Yeah. So I mean, I would have won.
There you go. The Knicks are turning the corner, starting with the Summer League, going right on to the NBA Finals.
See, Summer League matters, bro.
You're a degenerate.
So if you had to place your money on one player to win the Home Run Derby tonight, who would it be? Do you know who all the contestants are?
Yeah, I do because I played the MLB bracket challenge. I guess that makes me a degenerate as well, right?
Talking.
But I didn't put any money on it.
But I mean, it's just as bad.
No, it's not because I didn't put any money on it. I'm like in a contest.
You're betting on yourself.
I didn't put money on it.
You're betting on yourself.
You're not listening to me.
You put your time and effort into clicking the winner of each bracket.
I wasn't wasting money on it. Look, I went Homer and I picked Pete Alonso to get.
Did you?
It. Yeah. Let's go through it real quick. Let's see. Have you made picks?
I'll make them right now.
Okay, guys. So give me the first round brackets.
All right, Christian Yelich and actually it's not it.
Yelich is out.
Matt Chapman against Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Guerrero Jr.
All right, I pick him too. Vlad Guerrero. Alex, same side of the bracket. Bregman against Jock Peterson. Peterson. The other side of the bracket. Pete Alonso against Carlos Santana.
Pete Alonso.
Well, duh, you picked him. I mean, why would it take you that long? Pete Alonso as well. Josh Bell or Ronald Acuna Jr.
Josh Bell,
myself. So you have Vlad Guerrero against
Bregman in one semifinal. I'll take Bregman.
All right, I'll take Peterson. I'll take Peterson to go to the finals. You got Pete Alonso and Josh Bell.
I'll take Pete Alonso.
All right, I'll take Josh Bell. So you got Pete Alonso and Bregman in the finals. Mm-hmm. Who you pick?
Pete Alonso.
All right, I got Josh Bell and Peterson.
I'm going Homer.
I'm going Josh Bell.
Josh Bell's a good pick. Not a lot of people talking about him, but he's a good pick.
He's having a great season.
You should jot that down real quick.
He's having a great season.
See how we do. Hey, okay, and one other thing, tiebreaker, just in case.
What do you mean?
Longest home run.
Longest? Oh, Vlad Guerrero Jr.
No. How many feet?
Yeah. Vlad Guerrero.
No.
What? He's going to hit the longest home run?
How many feet will the longest home run be?
Oh! Yeah, Vlad Guerrero. Oh, man. It's going to be close to 500, I'm going to guess. 485.
Shit. 486. That was one of the tiebreakers on MLB.com, and I put 485, so I got to go 486.
That's awesome. All right, that's pretty good that I took your pick.
Yeah, you're a jerk. If it's 485, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm just a great
guesser. Do they
guesser.
round it to the nearest 5?
No, it doesn't work that way, buddy.
Okay, just checking.
All right, Alonso and 486. I got Bell and 485.
Right. And I think you should put finalists on there. So put Peterson for you and Bregman for me.
Huh?
Put in who you think is going to make it to Bregman.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Bregman, and you think it's going to be Peterson and Bell.
Peterson? Isn't that from Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
No.
No? Yes, it is.
Peterson? No, I don't think it's Peterson. I think it's another name. I think it's Ferguson.
Oh, Ferguson. Damn it. Okay, I'm calling him Jock Ferguson. Oh, yeah, I think it is Ferguson. All right, Jock Ferguson is going to be in the final.
Oh, my God.
You know, which out of these 8 batters, which one's going to have the biggest letdown in the second half? There's always one that hits 30 home runs and then has 30 home runs at the half and kind of really.
I mean, I find it hard to believe that Pete Alonso can be this good. I mean, he's on pace for 58 home runs, which would be just a ridiculous number for a rookie.
Yeah.
Vlad Guerrero doesn't have that many home runs. None of the rest of these guys are all. I messed up here. The rest of these guys are all. I mean, So Chapman's got 21. Vlad's got 8. Alonso's got 30. Santana's got 19. Josh Bell 27, and Acuna 21. I mean, you have to believe that Bell is I feel like Bell is a pure home run hitter.
Yeah.
Alonso is a home run hitter this year, but I think he can develop into more of a. Yeah, I think he can hit more for average and strike out less. So I feel like his home run number is more inflated than Josh Bell's, and so I just don't. I can't imagine that he can keep this pace up for a full year.
So you're going with Alonso
to have the biggest letdown?
Yeah.
In the second half? Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And it kind of falls in line, right? He's going to hit all these home runs in the home run derby. It's going to tinker with his swing a bit, and he's going to come back. He's going to struggle for, 2-3 weeks, and then maybe pick up his pace again, but not hit 30 in the second half like he did in the first half.
Well, I gave that reaction because my pick was going to be Josh Bell.
Well, yeah.
Kind of fun
right, because sometimes the winner does struggle,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So, but it always happens, right?
Almost always.
Almost always.
Almost always.
Yeah. So, I'm excited to see the home run derby.
People don't get fired up for the home run derby and for the All Star game. I do. I love it. Even the All Star games, it's kind of a bullshit game, but I love seeing all of those guys out there. The guys that let's face it, they're the reason we go to watch the games. Part of the reason I go to watch the Astros is because I love watching Jose Altuve and Alex Bregman play, and I love watching Verlander pitch. Right? I'm sure that at Shea Stadium, people are going to see Jacob deGrom and Pete Alonso.
Nobody's going to Shea anymore.
To Citi Field, right? Those are the guys that you really pay your ticket to go. That's really what you pay to go see. So to have them all on one field, it's a lot of fun to watch.
I'm glad baseball finally fixed the All Star game, though, right? So I mean,
so does it mean anything now? Is it home field advantage for the World Series?
No, didn't they fix it?
I don't know. What is it?
I thought they fixed it. No longer is the league that wins the All Star game.
It's just a game.
Yes.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
agree.
the way it should have been.
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought all that other stuff was.
Was that C League? That was C League, wasn't it? Right? Because right after the tie.
I think you should let them play until it's not tied.
Well, no, I don't agree with that. I don't want to see an 18-inning All-Star game. No, not at all. You just settle it. You play one extra inning, and you settle it with a home run derby, and everyone gets a pitch.
One pitch.
One pitch. Every batter
so you do
gets
it like,
one pitch.
So you do it like soccer. All 9 guys that are on the field at the end of the game, they participate in the home run derby. They get one pitch to hit it out. If it's tied, you just keep going until one hits a home run, one team hits a home run, and the other one doesn't.
Sold. Yes, I'm fine with that. For them to play any more innings, no. It's already a long season. You want to play 164th game? Don't get me started on those extra games.
But
no. I mean, I think a home run derby would be a whole lot entertaining for the fans that are sitting.
I want to see a regular game. I don't want to see any of that other crap. I want to see a regular baseball game.
No.
Look, if you don't want to use the pitchers, bring in an outfielder to pitch. If it goes a certain number of innings, let them bring back a player that's already sat. I'm okay with that. And have an outfielder pitch.
Yeah, that is a horrible idea for a sport as grueling as baseball.
Grueling?
Yeah, 162 games, 163 for some.
Grueling?
Yes, absolutely. Did you not see fucking what's his name, Lucroy, take that shot yesterday?
Right, because Marcinick or whatever his name is decided to play football, which is different than baseball.
That guy should have really been. They should go look at it because he let in. I mean, he looked like a power running back, leading in with his shoulder.
In his defense, I will say this. the way he's running right down the line, and at the last minute he steps inside, and he steps inside the field of play and dives head first. So yeah, he hit him with the shoulder right in the face. But I think, in his defense, the way the catcher was set up, he thought the ball was going to go past the line and the catcher was going to catch it in foul territory, and he thought he was going to, step inside and slide and make the... I don't think... I did not feel like his intention was to have a home plate collision. If you look at it closely, you'll see the last step he takes is a good 3 feet inside the line when he was coming right down the line.
You don't think Marcinek could have avoided that? I think he could.
I think his move was to avoid it. He thought the ball, because the way LaCroix sets up, remember, Marcinek isn't seeing if it's going to bounce or not. He is focused in on the plate. And so the way LaCroix moves, he's in the field of play, kind of right on the line, and he starts to move back like he's going to catch it in foul territory. So to Marcinek, as he's coming down and he's looking, he sees LaCroix make that slight movement to the outside, and he thinks, oh, the ball's going to be high. I'm going to come down underneath, one step inside the line, dive, and stretch my hand out to touch home plate. That's the way I saw it, because I saw the play from 3 different angles. And it's the one when you see him coming down the third base line and you see LaCroix slightly move towards foul territory, and he takes that giant step to the inside. And lo and behold, I don't know why LaCroix made that move, but he did, and he didn't move his body that much. He just moved his hand a little bit, and man, Marcinek crunched him. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough blow LaCroix took, man.
It was the right call by the umpires, too, to call Marcinek out, I thought.
Yeah, I mean,
the way the rules are now, yeah.
Do you prefer the rules like this or
Buster
Posey?
There's not enough of these plays that happen. There's not enough, you get one of these plays at the plate once every couple of weeks, maybe. You get a close play at the plate. I don't think it happens that often. If you put in a rule to protect the catcher, I'm okay with that. Because LaCroix he's out for, I'm going to guess,
7 days at least.
I was going to guess 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Could be.
But he could be done as a catcher.
I'll tell you who is done as a catcher. Francisco Cervelli. He is no longer going to be a catcher. He's
the guy from the Pirates?
From the Pirates.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still... He might... Well, whatever. I think he's still with the Pirates. But, yeah, they say he's done... Or he says he's done playing catcher. He's going to explore other, positions to... I can't say I blame him.
Yeah, no, I don't. Look.
So, in conclusion...
I have a son that plays baseball, and I have purposely guided him away from being a catcher.
So in conclusion,
I have, he played soccer, and I have casually guided him away from being a goalie. If he played hockey, I would casually guide him away from being a goalie.
Well, there's no position in hockey. I mean, all positions
like goalie.
Are
not like goalie.
Well,
because here's the thing.
Well, they got so much protection and padding, but the players that are getting cross-checked into the boards. That's
I understand all that, but here's the thing, Alex. You're asking someone at a very young age to turn off a natural human instinct. If I throw something at your face, your instinct, without even thinking, your instinct is to put your hands up and block it or to move your face. Being a goalie, and a catcher to a certain extent, you're telling them to turn that instinct off. You're telling them, stand there and block it. In the case of a soccer player, dive to block it. In the case of a catcher, catch a ball being thrown at you at top speed while some dude is waving a stick in front of your face. You're turning off natural instincts. And I personally don't think it's good for kids to do that. Now, that's just my opinion.
Then we would have no catchers and goalies. How are we supposed to play sports?
I understand that, but no, look, I'm not saying that that every kid should be this way or that every parent should do this. This is the way I've chosen to raise my kid, and I just don't want to turn off my kid's natural instinct to protect himself.
So we agree that baseball is a gruesome sport. Not gruesome, grueling.
I don't think it's grueling.
Yes, it is. I mean,
No,
you just broke down this incident at home plate. That's pretty.
I know, but that's
grueling.
That's one. That doesn't make an entire sport grueling.
All right, so what else in baseball?
People get injured in cheerleading. That doesn't make cheerleading a grueling sport.
No, definitely not grueling. But I mean, baseball is grueling.
I don't think it's grueling is an overstatement.
All right, so what else in baseball?
So we're at the halfway point, a little bit past the halfway point, but this is the All Star break is typically what we call the halfway point. And if we look at it all, it's pretty much over except for one division, right? Every division but one is 5.5 games or more, which 5.5 is not insurmountable. But that's a tough road to hoe.
And one of those is the Central, which is the closest one, right? The Reds are 5.5 back.
Well, the Central is the only division that has less than 5.5. The Cubs are up a half game on Milwaukee, but all the way down to the bottom, you've got Cincinnati only 4.5 out. Cincinnati in last place is closer to the top of their division than any other second place team.
That's pretty crazy.
Atlanta up 6 on Washington, 6.5 on Philadelphia. The Dodgers up 13.5 on Arizona and 14 on San Diego. The Yankees up 6.5 on Tampa Bay, 9 on Boston. Minnesota up 5.5 on Cleveland, and that's the rest of it sucks. Houston up 7.5 on Oakland, 9 on Texas.
Did you like the Reds wearing the sleeveless jerseys?
No.
Oh, that was so awesome. That was fucking cool, man. Guns out, sun's out. Or sun's out, guns out.
The sun's out every day.
Oh, man. Don't need to see I thought that was pretty cool.
Why don't they play without shirts?
I don't think
Why don't they let them play in shorts?
I don't think that's part of the rules. They played back in the days.
Nowhere in the MLB rules does it say you have to wear a shirt.
I don't know. I haven't read the rule book. But back in the day, they did it. I like it. I think
wore
it's
no
cool.
Shirts?
No, sleeveless.
Really?
Didn't they?
I don't know. I wasn't back.
That's what I'm saying. It was a throwback.
If I go all the way back to the beginning of my days...
No.
Right. I've never seen them wear sleeveless shirts.
But I think they have. So
prior to my day.
Yes. But I thought it was cool. Something different. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it, but it did nothing for me.
Oh, well,
everyone got all excited.
Well, I mean, it did nothing for me either, but I'm just saying.
But you liked it.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't oh my God, look at Puig's guns. He's so fucking...
No, I didn't say it did anything for you like that, you muppet. I meant you were excited to see them with...
No, I wasn't...
You thought it was cool or whatever.
I wasn't excited.
I
thought it was cool. Something different. It's okay.
All right, let's get to the big stories now that we've bullshitted our way through this.
That was big story. How exciting the Major League Baseball season is.
Who do you think is going to win the NL Central? Since it's the only one that really is worth talking about. Cubs, Brewers. Brewers are a half game out. Hold on, I'll give you the rundown. Chicago, Milwaukee half a game out. St. Louis 2 games out. Pittsburgh 2.5. Cincinnati 4.5.
I think the Cubs have some unfinished business. I think they're gonna win the Central. Just because I have a sketchy feeling about Yelich.
I'm a little concerned about him.
May land on the IL a couple times for a little bit. So
I think he's struggling a little bit physically. I agree.
I mean, the guy's cranking out home runs at a crazy pace, and now it's his back.
That's usually a problem that does not get fixed by a 10-day stint on the IL. That usually gets fixed by an off season.
So I like the team that the Cubs, which is pretty much the same team as last year. Wait, quick question. Kimbrel's not signed yet, right?
I haven't seen him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Cubs are the best team there, but you know what? Don't count out the Cardinals.
Oh shit! Wait, that was my World Series pick.
The Cardinals, those guys, they're gonna hang around and if somebody above them stumbles, they're gonna come through.
I think that was my World Series.
So I would not be surprised. I think the Cubs, but I would not be surprised to see the Cardinals kind of come through and win that thing.
I don't think Kimbrel signed, and I've been saying this for a couple of, maybe like a month now. Watch out for the Nationals in the East. I really believe that they have found their groove, and their bullpen is not all the way fixed, but I won't be surprised if they go out there and sign Kimbrel, and now all the talk dies down. I think at this point, all the talk dies down of Scherzer possibly any chance getting traded, right? Because there was a little bit of talk.
Yeah.
I think it absolutely dies down.
Right now, they're in a playoff spot. They're in the top wild card spot.
Okay.
So I don't think they're going to be sellers here at the deadline for sure.
But there was some talk that they might be,
because they struggled. But you were right. Once they hit this really, really, really soft patch in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami and Kansas City and some AAA team from San Antonio or whatever. I mean, they just been beating up on these teams. They they have gotten themselves into second place, and now they have their sights set on first. Could happen.
Yeah.
Could happen. I mean, they're not a bad team.
Amazing what happens when you lose the best player in baseball, or one of the top best players in baseball.
He has not had much of a season to talk about, really. Bryce Harper has been pretty mediocre.
No, I mean his average is what it is what it normally is.
Yeah.
I mean his numbers are pretty much up to par. Maybe his home runs are a little down, but other than that,
which is weird because he's playing in a better ballpark, right?
Yeah. You don't get the feeling that he might have made a mistake in going to the Phillies. That he maybe he may regret it, or he may.
No,
he wasn't really 100% sure that's where he wanted to go.
He's not gonna regret it, bro. He's getting $25 million a year. He didn't regret it. Look, I don't know anything about Bryce Harper other than what I see on Instagram and on the field. He lives a pretty good life. He's a good dude. He's happy. I don't feel like baseball defines him. We think it defines him because we've known about him since he was 15.
Right.
But I don't think baseball defines him. He's married. He's got a great family by all accounts. I think baseball is his job, and he loves his job. I'm not saying he doesn't, but I don't think any of that stuff really bothers him. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's, gonna feel unfulfilled if he never wins a World Series. Plus, he won a home run derby already.
What do you want? Did. He won it last year.
Can you imagine anything better than being a dad and pitching to your son in the home run derby and him winning?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be fantastic.
Better than winning the World Series?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You mean yourself or your son?
No, your son, I would say winning the World Series. Okay, if my son played, I mean, for me, I would be more proud of him winning the World Series than the home run derby.
Right, but the home run derby, especially if you pitched to him, you kind of helped him win that home run derby.
Yeah.
By throwing him all those meatballs.
It was like one meatball throwing meatballs.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously you're super proud of your way, right? I hope I get to experience one or both. I'm not gonna.
That would be cool.
I'm not gonna split hairs. All right, so let's talk NBA because some stuff did happen. Here's my first question. Right, when I found out that Kawhi was going to the Clippers and Paul George got traded to the Clippers, my first question: what the hell is OKC doing?
They're getting draft picks, man. They're preparing for the future. You see all the draft picks they got?
Okay.
I mean, shit, man. They could build 3 teams with all those draft picks.
Great. They only need one, and they don't have one now.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I wanted Kawhi to go to the Clippers just because I thought him and Doc Rivers and I thought the players around Kawhi would be, I mean, they weren't flashy or anything, but they were just as good, if not a little bit, underneath what the Toronto players were. I think Toronto's team was maybe a little better, a little more seasoned, right? But Clippers had a squad, so I kind of wanted him to go there, but I mean that wasn't even the bomb. It was
the Paul George thing.
It was the Paul George, right? And so
I don't understand why OKC gave up on Westbrook and George. I thought that combination was working really well. Yes, they needed one more piece, but
they weren't going to get that one piece. You know what it was? They are.
Yeah, but now you need two pieces.
Yeah, they're going to need. They're going to reset.
Well, and they're going to need three pieces because
I think what it was is they're like way over the luxury tax. Like they are paying way over. So I think that's part of the reason they asked for so many picks and got rid of Paul George. And I mean, you have to think Westbrook is next, right?
Why would he want to stay?
Why would he want to stay?
Because they've ever since Harden left, they really haven't made a great effort to bring pieces to that team. I mean, they brought in Paul George, but they pretty much let everyone else walk.
Yeah. Right?
They just casually let him go. All of a sudden, Kendrick Perkins just left.
Yeah.
Right?
And don't forget Adams. Adams is actually kind of the third piece. He makes like 20-something million a year.
I don't know. And if you're Westbrook, you got to think it's time to move on because this franchise doesn't want to win, and he's not getting any younger. He's not old, but
now we're gonna see how good Billy Donovan is because I really never thought he was that great. Now we're gonna see how he can manage this, the team with or without Westbrook, right?
Now, the rumor is that, one of the rumors going around is that he's coming to the Rockets.
I heard that.
Now, I don't know who the Rockets would have to give up in order to get him, but obviously one of those people that they're not giving up is James Harden.
Right, yeah,
so they would be reunited here in Houston.
Reunited?
Does that work?
No.
You think it's a catastrophe waiting to happen?
Because you have to give up something. What are you gonna give up? Because you're already small as it is.
Yeah.
So what are you giving up? Capella? Are you gonna give up Capella?
Yeah, that's probably the only piece they would be interested in, right? Unless they're having a complete fire sale and they'll say, "Yeah, just give me the ball boy."
And who the hell wants to take Chris Paul at this point?
Well, they wouldn't do it for Chris Paul because if they're trying to get under the luxury tax, they would have to trade Russell Westbrook and the rest of the team for Chris Paul, and they might come down a buck or two. Because Chris Paul gets paid ridiculous amount of money, and it's for 3 more years.
Chris Paul's 36. I think he gets paid $36 million a year.
40.
40? He's 40?
40.
Jeez.
No, he's not 40. He's getting paid 40.
He's gonna be paid 40 until he's 40.
Yeah, pretty much. It's 3 years, $120 million. I think it's 39, 40, and 41.
Yeah, I mean, if I was no. If I was the Rockets, I wouldn't do it.
If I'm the Rockets, I'd do it.
No, you don't do it.
Westbrook for Chris Paul? Just to get out from under the contract, I would do it.
Yeah, the Rockets need more pieces. That's not enough.
But from a financial perspective, that's a win-win.
Well,
you get a younger player, a better player, and you get salary cap space. So there's no reason OKC would do it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, nah.
Even OKC, who apparently doesn't care about winning, wouldn't do it because. They don't care about the drop in talent, but just from a contract perspective, they're like, no.
Yeah, no, they don't care right now, but I think they're going about the rebuild the right way. Just stash picks, and I mean, look what the Brooklyn Nets. They had no picks for like 5 years in a row, and now that they have draft picks, they're able to build a little bit. So if you got the right, and Sam Presti's a pretty good GM, I'd say, I think he's the GM. He's done pretty good, and so that's the way to go for them.
What's going to be more entertaining in LA, the Clippers or the Lakers?
Oh, the Lakers. The Lakers. I mean, just only because.
Do they have 12 guys on the roster yet?
No, they're filling them out as they go. They'll have 12.
You know the AD trade is not official yet.
It is. It's official now. It is.
I thought it wasn't. As of yesterday, I think it wasn't.
No,
the
no,
day
no,
before yesterday.
No, it's official.
Okay.
It's official. So they can't. No backsies.
No backsies. I think the Lakers will be more entertaining just because of the people they have, right? LeBron, who won't shy away from a camera, whereas Kawhi Leonard won't. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George won't.
Yeah, they
talk
don't
to anybody.
Right, they don't demand
Ever.
camera time. Like,
yeah.
Now they're exploring LeBron James at point guard. Doesn't he already bring up the ball a bunch of times? I mean, isn't he already essentially a point guard?
I mean, isn't he going to have to play point guard, shooting guard, and small forward, and let Anthony Davis play power forward and center? Because those are the only two players they have?
I mean, he's got to be fast to the ball when he passes it to himself. Yeah, I mean...
Man, the West is going to be... The NBA in general, this free agency is probably the biggest impact free agency on... Well, I shouldn't say the biggest impact. It's had the most widespread impact. In other years, right, there's been huge impact, but it's been to one team, right? When LeBron and Chris Bosh headed down to Miami, right. Huge impact to Miami, but the rest of the league was...
Right.
And obviously to Cleveland, but the rest of the league kind of whatever. This year, you got the Lakers, the Clippers, Toronto,
shit, the Jazz,
the Nets, the Jazz, the Warriors. I mean, oh yeah, the Lakers signed Cousins.
Oh, they did. That's right. League minimum.
What is the league minimum?
3 point something, I think.
Million?
Yeah.
3.25. I guess he's back to playing checkers.
Checkers, yeah.
Because last year he got himself $5 million.
I tell you what though, I think that's a good. If healthy, that's a good move.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because he's worth way more than that if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
Because he's a good solid player.
Oh shit.
He's an all-star player. I mean, he's that good.
Him and Davis are back together.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Yeah. So.
Huh. Well.
Who else made moves this week?
I don't know. I can't. All the signs were pretty much done the first day or two.
Yeah.
Everything's just became
Except
official.
for the whole Kawhi thing, right?
Right.
And then the trade. If Russell Westbrook does not end up in Houston, where does he end up?
Oh, I think Miami would be the best spot for him.
They say Miami's hot after him.
Him and Butler would be great together. That would be some drama too. But I think they would find a way to coexist. But just having
that sounds terrible.
But you know what? I think what both of those players embody is what Pat Riley likes.
Yeah. Which
is, gamers. Kind of like they leave it all out there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think Spo likes that too. So. And they got rid of Hassan Whiteside, who freed up some money and space, which he was doing nothing in Miami.
He was taking up space.
Cap space and space on the floor.
Yeah, I think that would be good for Miami, actually.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. But I feel bad for Westbrook. The guy has averaged a triple-double for 3 years. And I don't think he gets nearly the credit he deserves. I don't think, he's obviously I shouldn't say never. He has not been very close to winning an NBA title. It's a shame.
Yeah, I got one for you. Let me.
But he's just an incredible talent. Just hasn't been able to.
All right, so if I told you 5 years, $180 million, or 4 years and $140 million.
Okay.
Right, each of those contracts. Who would you say was which franchise player got which contract?
Are you gonna give me the players?
No.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, just player.
Franchise player that got 5 years, 180.
Right.
So 5 years, 180. That's $36 million.
I guess. I don't know. You're the math major. You shouldn't be thinking about this.
And then 4 140. That's another 35 million. So So you're asking me who's a $36 million player for more than one season? Chris Paul.
He is.
Wow.
So that's a $40 million difference. right?
Yeah, but per year, it's about the same.
Tobias Harris is getting 5 years, $180 million.
Oh my god.
Kawhi Leonard, 4 years, 140.
Oh my god.
That's odd.
Well, but Tobias stayed with the Sixers, right? So the
Yes.
Sixers could give him more money.
Well, true, but I'm saying Kawhi could have stayed with Toronto.
Right, but he wanted to leave, so he basically forfeited
That's
the
crazy.
extra money. That's nuts.
That's crazy.
The NBA is crazy.
I think Harris.
At some point, the owners are gonna go, we gotta stop. There's a strike coming. I feel it.
No, because their revenue is through the roof.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, because they got degenerates like you betting on summer league games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put $1 on the Pelicans.
Hey, man. All right, here. I got this off Twitter. LA coffee chain bans Kawhi Leonard from all locations after failing to sign with Lakers.
I saw that. That's hilarious.
That was funny. Alfred Coffee. Ain't nobody worried about going to Alfred Coffee when you got 10 Starbucks on one block.
First of all, how many of those people are even going to recognize Kawhi? Kawhi's,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not out there like on TV all the time doing commercials. It's not like he's Peyton Manning or anything like that. Half of them aren't even going to recognize him. It doesn't matter.
That's petty right there.
Yeah, well, but some people live for pettiness.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Petty.
Team Petty. Not
Man, Chosen won 285.
That he fights in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Juan the Kraken Adams against Greg Hardy, UFC Fight Night, San Antonio, July 20th. Catch that on ESPN, ESPN Plus, all your ESPN networks.
You won't catch it on any of those networks. You will be there.
I will be in the building. That's right. I will be at the fights.
Real quick,
Can't wait.
we were, a year ago around this time, we did our, Major League, our 4th of July episode. I believe Otani was coming back from injury around that time.
Mm-hmm.
I had to screenshot this because I'm always thinking about you when I see Otani.
I love Otani.
As of last week, I took this last week. His last 21 games, batting .377, slugging .739, 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. The guy, him and Trout at the 2-3 spot have been incredible.
Fantastic. He's really making the argument to never pitch again.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's in the lineup every day.
Yeah.
He's not going to get hurt, right? He's had Tommy John surgery last year. I mean, he's really making the argument to not pitch. And if he's never going to pitch again, I'm not interested. I'm off the Otani train if he doesn't pitch.
You're not staying up for those late West Coast games to watch him if he doesn't pitch?
Well, I shouldn't say that. I would stay up for an Angels game to watch him and Trout. I mean, those two guys are ridiculous. Trout especially.
Yes.
Alrighty. You got anything else?
That's
You
it,
want
man.
to wrap this bad boy up so we can go watch the Home Run Derby?
Episode 82.
Episode 82. Famous 82.
Oh, man. I was going to say Jason Wynn, but he plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's the only one I can think of.
He's out of there.
John Stallworth, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 70s.
Oh! It's only right this guy gets it.
Who?
Damn, I hope I'm right, but fuck it, I'll take a gamble, because, hey, I'm a degenerate. In 1982, John Taylor. Didn't he make the catch?
Yes.
He wears number 82.
He does.
John Taylor.
Oh, the other thing, 1982.
The number one song on the radio was by Madonna.
And the reason you know all these fun 1982 facts is?
Because 82 was just a great fucking year. For my mom and dad.
I remember one day in March on a Monday. It was a Monday in March.
Monday in March.
I remember coming home from school. My parents made me go to school on that Monday. And I remember getting off the train and running home to see my new baby brother
Shit.
in 1982.
You should have skipped school.
They wouldn't let me. They couldn't send me to school. The guy's not a big guy. He's not nearly as cute as you think. Because back then they didn't let kids go to the hospital and shit. So I didn't see you all weekend. Mom went into labor in the middle of the night on Friday. You were born at like 4 a.m. on Friday. I stayed at home with Grandma, and the whole weekend, and she didn't come home on Sunday. We thought maybe she would, but she didn't. She came home Monday during the day, and my parents sent me to school.
And I was there.
And then I got home, and there you were.
But
and they were right. Ugly as fuck. Nothing to see here.
See, that's a lie, because all babies are cute when
That's
they're
not
little.
true.
When they're little, they're all cute.
That's not true. You know who says that? The parent of an ugly baby.
I won't tell my kids they're ugly. Or were.
I won't tell my kids that their kids are all babies. I won't tell them that. Now they'll hear this podcast and they'll know.
They'll know.
You got a shout out?
I do have a shout out. My shout out. I always feel like I say shout out wrong. It's like shout out, whatever.
English is hard.
My shout out goes to Jared Lorenzen. He passed away last week. If you don't remember him, hefty lefty.
Yeah.
The Pillsbury throw boy.
Yeah.
It was he doesn't have many NFL highlights. Although he did win a Super Bowl with the Giants. And there's a good story behind the Eli Manning escape, by the way, with him. So apparently he kind of orchestrated this practice play with having Eli Manning be bull rushed and having to scramble out of the pocket. So he kind of predicted this, or it's kind of
prepared Eli Manning for one of his greatest moments ever.
Yes, so he played a huge part in that Super Bowl.
That's right.
So yeah, he doesn't have all the accolades of the NFL.
To be fair, he's still Kentucky's all-time leading passer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
He's got some.
His in the NFL doesn't have a lot, but with I can't remember the high school. The high school name was Highland, but I can't remember where it was. But in high school and college, he's got a highlight reel.
Oh, he could sling the ball.
He's got a highlight reel, and it's funny. I thought about him because I feel bad. At 30 years old, he passes away.
38, right?
38. What did I say? Did I say
30?
30? Oh, my bad. 38. Yes, 38. He passes away, and it makes you wonder what kind of health he's in. Obviously, he's not. He's not he's not his supposed weight that he's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, he's
got some issues, which kind of makes me feel like, what did the teams, the Giants or whatever other team he played for, what did they do to try to help him out or something like that? And I thought about last week after the show off the air, we talked about my 600-pound life, and I'm like, and so I thought about all that, and I'm like, man, he could have been great in the NFL if maybe he would have taken care of himself a little more and kind of dedicated some time to himself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, the story goes he could never get his weight under control.
Yeah,
He just couldn't do it. It
just
wasn't his thing.
Makes you think if it was something else behind that, right? Maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe he was going through some issues,
I don't know.
But shout out to Jared Lorenzen for a great football career, high school, college, and NFL. Yeah,
sure. Why not? My shout out goes to the U.S. women's national soccer team. They won the World Cup. They won the Women's World Cup yesterday with a 2-0 victory over the Netherlands. They never trailed in the tournament. They put on an absolutely dominant performance. They scored 26 goals or 27 goals, something like that, over the course of 7 games. Just a completely dominating performance. They went through some of the top teams around the world. They beat the host France. They beat an English team that was ranked 3rd or 4th or whatever. They beat the Netherlands, which was very highly ranked and playing well. They really did a spectacular job. It was a workmanlike performance. They handled all of the criticism that came their way for reasons unbeknownst to me. People just like to criticize, but not here. I have no criticism. They were absolutely fantastic, played an incredible brand of soccer. Their cohesiveness and just their determination to win games, and they're skilled. They're extremely skilled at the end of the day as well. Just a fantastic performance over the course of 4 weeks. Winning the World Cup tournament is not easy, and it's not easy because you're playing the best teams in the world, and you have to play basically every 4 or 5 days for a month. It's just not, physically it's not easy. And they did it. And it was just an incredible performance all the way around at the very highest level. My shout out goes to the U.S. Women's National Team.
More grueling, World Cup soccer or baseball? Gotta go baseball. Just because it's so much longer.
I don't know.
Plus in the World Cup, you get some days off.
When you're talking about soccer, when you're talking about the World Cup, it is just a month. But the life of a soccer player, I think, is just as grueling, if not more grueling, than a baseball player. They go almost a full year between club and country. The top players play all year long.
Yeah.
There's very little downtime, probably about a month in the summer. And so, 1 year of baseball or 1 year of soccer in a game that in and of itself is more demanding, I would say soccer is more grueling. Now, the World Cup tournament or a baseball season because it's 5 times longer,
right.
6 times longer.
Yeah.
I mean, and quite frankly, we can give other shout-outs too. Shout out to Brazil for winning the Copa America. Shout out to Mexico for winning the Gold Cup. Shout out to George Masvidal for fighting. Well, that wasn't a fight because it was only 5 seconds. But George Masvidal absolutely plastered Ben Askren with a knee, and they called it 5 seconds, but really it was 3 seconds. But then it took the referee 2 seconds to get over there and stop the fight, so they had to call it 5 seconds. Ben Askren was undefeated, and Masvidal shut his lights out. I mean, literally shut him out with one knee. It's just a flying knee. Incredible. Amanda Nunes with a head kick KO of Holly Holm to defend her bantamweight title.
I don't watch much UFC, but Amanda Nunes, and correct me if I'm wrong, has beaten the top female fighters in the UFC.
She's the greatest female fighter ever.
I mean, she's beaten them. She's beaten them all when they're pretty much at their top.
Yeah.
Right?
Here's just a short list because I don't know the whole list. Holly Holm, who is a 17-time boxing champion and a former UFC champion. Ronda Rousey, former UFC champion. Chris Cyborg, who hadn't lost in like 12 years, was the most feared woman on the planet. Not to Amanda Nunes. Valentina Shevchenko, she beat twice. Valentina Shevchenko is absolutely dominating flyweight. There are no challengers for her at flyweight. Amanda Nunes beat her twice. Not once, twice. Miesha Tate. I mean, just an incredible list of wins. And she's talking about going back up to 145 to defend her 145 title, and she's willing to fight Cyborg again.
She would be going up in weight?
Yeah.
She needs to go up even further.
Well, there's nothing.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You go to the men's division. You got to do it. Come on.
Fight the men at 155. Yeah, no, I mean,
that's impressive.
She's crazy good.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. John Jones defended his title again. Not the most impressive fight on the planet, but look, the guy is fighting every 3 months lately and winning. He continues to win. Only has one blemish on his record, and it was a DQ over a
doping.
So a 12-6 elbow.
Oh,
in a fight that he was thoroughly dominating.
Right.
So basically, he's never been beaten. He's beaten himself once. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shout outs to go around this weekend, but that's that. And with that, we've come to the end of another awesome episode of the Positive Sports Podcast. Thank you very much for listening and watching. As always, if you want to reach out to the show, you can reach the show via email at positivesports10@gmail.com. Positivesports10@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of this guy, how do you do that?
On Twitter at Brooklyn Gaucho 1.
Excellent. And if you want to get a hold of me, you can reach me on Twitter as well at eMontana21. I will be the one that's really sore from doing push-ups and core work because all of a sudden I'm into these challenges and I'm probably going to kill myself doing
Well,
them.
let's see how long this lasts.
30 days at least, bro.
30 days? All right.
30 days. Ignore the pain. Ignore the suffering. Ignore the heat. Hotter than hell down here to go out running. Ignore all that. Most importantly, ignore the negativity. Be the positivity.
Peace. Go watch the Home Run Derby.